Now, the powerful Public Accounts Committee said the rollout of smart meters has been unsuccessful.
Well, we're joined now by the Deputy Chair of the Public Accounts Committee, Sir Geoffrey Clifton-Brown, to get more detail on this. But Sir Geoffrey, before we look at your work into the rollout of smart meters, I must get a comment on these two disastrous by-elections for your party. Are you heading for electoral wipeout?
Well, by-elections are by-elections, and we've seen this before. I've been in Parliament for 31 years, and what happens in a by-election doesn't often translate in a general election. Having said that, of course, they are disastrous for us, and I would have much preferred that the result had been better. We will need to work hard. Rishi Sunak will need to work hard to convince the British people that he's doing the right thing for the country. But we are, whatever it is, 9 months away from a general election, and if we can do that, I think the general election result would be very much different to what these by-election results are.
The Prime Minister's been in office for a year now. He doesn't seem to have been convincing many voters. Why do you think the next 9 months will be any different from the last 12?
Well, things are beginning to happen in the right direction. Inflation has nearly halved. He will meet his target on that. The economy is showing signs of recovery. If we can move beyond these public sector strikes in the health service and start to actually improve the waiting list there, that will help. And the boat situation, we're awaiting the Supreme Court's decision. But nevertheless, the boat numbers are considerably down this year. The number we're sending back to various countries where we have an agreement with is down. So we are making improvements. But as with all things, there's always a lag between actually making those improvements and the public realising it.
OK, Sir Geoffrey, let's get your reaction now to the delayed smart meter programme. It's failing to hit targets and failing as well to secure public support. What's your reaction to this?
Well, you're absolutely right, and that's what the report says. This, I should caveat everything that I'm going to say on this, is that I'm not in favour of anybody being compelled to have smart meters. But actually, I think what the government needs to do most of all is to carry out an educational programme so that the British public can actually see the benefits of these smart meters. And that is that they're able to take advantage of all the cheaper tariffs. For example, charging your electric car at night when you're using a lot of electricity, when the electricity is cheaper. Also, people will tend with a smart meter to keep a closer eye on how much electricity they're using and probably use a little bit less of it. So there's a win-win here. Consumers are using less electricity and obviously costing less, but also the environment is benefiting because we're not using so much electricity. So I think we need to push this programme, but not actually compel people to do it.
Do you believe that there is a lack of understanding in terms of what smart meters actually are? Some people will hear the word smart and think this is all very technical. Should I really be getting involved here? How would you easily describe a smart meter for someone that perhaps is a bit of a technophobe?
Well, that's a really good question. I think I would describe it as something similar to a thermostat on a boiler, where you can set the time and you can set the day and you can set the temperature. It's no more complicated than that. So anybody who can operate that thermostat will certainly be able to operate a smart meter, and they will be able to get the benefits that I've already described.
Do you think there will be a day, Sir Geoffrey, when every home has a smart meter installed? I mean, Labour government called for it in 2008. They said it would be done by 2019, and here we are in 2023. Only 57% of homes have one.
Well, that's exactly right. I don't know whether we'll ever get to the day when everyone has a smart meter, because for one reason or another, it won't work. But I think we can do substantially better. And we do have a target of 75% by 2025. So I think we've got to actually keep working on this in every way we can. The government have an education programme through the regulator, through every sort of educational way we can actually increase the number that we've got at the moment. But we do know, as you say, there are technical problems. There are areas where you've got high blocks of flats. For example, in London, in my area, the uptake is very low. I think because there's a lot of old Cotswold houses with very thick walls. And at the moment, technology is not capable of dealing with that. But I'm sure before very long, we'll be able to overcome those problems.
Well, Sir Geoffrey, thank you very much for joining us this morning and talking through that report. No doubt it will be responded to by government in good time.